Is the end of Sister Wives near? Viewers consider the future of the show. There are already reports that the reality TV program Sister Wives may be ending soon. Compared to previous seasons, Season 19 has more episodes and was filmed 2 years ago. Fans are becoming doubtful that the series is coming to an end as a result of this. Fans had varied feelings about the possibility of Sister Wives ending, especially for viewers who have watched the Brown family's complex interactions for a long time. Sister Wives' genuineness was lost. The show has been a reassuring diversion and sinful pleasure for some. Viewers have found the constant turmoil between Kody Brown and the ladies on the show, Robin, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, to be entertaining, and it has been a weekly ritual. The connections within the family have seen several changes. The highs and lows of their life have become familiar to many viewers. While some believe the show has lost its authenticity in recent seasons, others believe the show has remained dramatic and captivating due to Christine's departure and the change in the family dynamic, particularly the conflict between Kody and the wives. Many viewers believe that as the show has changed, it has shifted from being about real family relationships to being more about staged drama. Some fans feel alienated by the attention that has been drawn to Kody and Robin's relationship. Some people are questioning whether the show should terminate because it has shifted from real-life struggles to staged events. Is the show coming to an end? As fans continue to speculate about the show's future, rumors from inside the Brown family and snippets leaked on social media have revealed that one of Robin Brown's ex-boyfriends, whose identity has been purposefully kept under wraps, was recently approached with a huge offer to spill all the dirt on his past life with the notorious polygamist clan. The offer was so lucrative that many have questioned whether money can really buy truth, even if that truth is painful and scandalous. According to people close to the matter, this ex-partner was offered what some are referring to as big money in exchange for an exclusive, unrestrained interview that would detail every vile moment of his time as a member of the Brown family, a time marked by backroom deals, emotional manipulation, and a relentless pursuit of personal gain at the expense of the very people he once loved. This person, who was once hailed as a crucial insider in a family that, for almost 10.5 years, enthralled viewers with its unique blend of unorthodox love and unvarnished family drama, is now faced with a choice between the weight of revealing secrets that have long been hidden beneath layers of carefully cultivated silence and public denial and the possibility of a large paycheck that could completely change his financial future. The offer was made as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, with the amount being sufficient to ensure his financial independence and settle outstanding debts that many insiders claim have followed him ever since he left the Brown home, according to unverified rumors making the rounds on fan sites and whispered in whispers on specialized Sister Wives forums. The deal, purportedly arranged by a shadowy media organization known for converting personal tragedy into ratings gold, promised to reveal a wealth of information, including but not limited to intimate conversations with Kody Brown, behind-the-scenes accounts of financial mismanagement, and shocking details about Robin's navigating the complex power dynamics that characterized life in a polygamous marriage. Robin has frequently been portrayed as both a victim and a reluctant accomplice in the family's ongoing saga. Robin's former partner remained silent for years, opting to blend into the background of a story that was dominated by Kody's extravagant lifestyle and the constant public arguments between the wives. However, as pressure increased from legal disputes and the public's insatiable desire for more personal information, this long-silent figure reportedly found himself presented with an offer too good to refuse, a chance to reclaim his story and, possibly, exact a kind of retribution on those he holds accountable for his financial and emotional collapse. They said, "We know you've got stories that no one else will tell, stories that could shatter the carefully built image of the Brown family, and we're willing to pay you handsomely for every detail," the ex recalled in a tone mixed with disbelief and bitter amusement. The conversation was reportedly recorded late one night in a plain hotel room, a location chosen, according to sources, for its anonymity and the hush of secrecy. In addition to providing him with financial stability, the money gave him the opportunity to make amends and finally share his perspective with a society that had long disregarded him. According to some insiders, the offer was a part of a larger plan by some media outlets to profit from the chaos that is currently engulfing the Brown family, particularly in the wake of recent disclosures about divorces, property disputes, and public arguments that have both enthralled and appalled viewers. The timing couldn't be more ideal for an honest, explosive tell-all that promises to reveal the hidden side of a lifestyle that many once admired from a distance, especially since former wives like Janelle and Mary are currently involved in bitter legal battles over shared assets, and the remaining relationships between Cody and Robin are deteriorating due to public scrutiny. While the offer may appear to be a last-ditch attempt by an ex to regain some control over his story, critics have pointed out that it also highlights the current situation in the Brown Empire, where every secret is turned into money and every private suffering into a public spectacle. The audience, who have become tired of the never-ending cycle of scandal and denial that has characterized Sister Wives for so long, as well as the ex himself, may find a cathartic release in such an interview, according to some admirers. One devoted fan wrote on an online forum, "After all these years of silence, maybe it's time for the truth to come out." This sentiment echoes the idea that, if money can truly buy honesty, then perhaps this is the time when all the meticulously concealed details of a collapsing family structure might finally be revealed to the public. There is still a noticeable conflict regarding the morality of such a transaction, though, even as the possibility of a contentious interview looms large in the rumor mill. Can financial gain ever really persuade someone to divulge the extremely private and frequently upsetting aspects of their past? What consequences will result for a family that has long taken pleasure in upholding a front of unity, despite the fact that the cracks in that front have become deeper and wider? The notion that her ex might be profiting from their shared past is a bitter pill for Robin Brown, whose own public journey has been marked by both heartbreaking vulnerability and fierce resilience. It is a representation of a world in which every secret, no matter how unvarnished or revelatory, is eventually turned into a commodity. The ex, according to his own stated account, had mixed feelings. Part of him is lured by the prospect of financial independence, while another part of him, haunted by memories of a life he now views as both a betrayal and a prison, thinks that the cost is just too much to bear. Although he acknowledged that the attraction of a large payout was difficult to resist in a society where financial security is frequently the only currency of power, he reportedly stated, "I've seen enough of what this family does to know that money can't heal every wound." While some insiders predict that the ex will ultimately decline the offer, opting instead to maintain whatever dignity he still has, others suggest that his decision could be the catalyst for a dramatic shift in the narrative, one that might force the remaining members of the Brown family to face the full, unvarnished truth about the cost of their unconventional lifestyle. This complex interplay of financial desperation, emotional regret, and the harsh realities of public life in a world defined by reality television has set the stage for what could be one of the most explosive interviews in Sister Wives history. The offer of large sums of money to speak is ultimately more than just a financial exchange. It is a symbolic act that captures how Sister Wives has evolved from a reality show that once praised the intricacies of polygamy to a contemporary warning about the dangers of leading a life in which every private detail is up for grabs. It is unclear whether the ex will accept the offer in the end, but one thing is certain: the very fact that such an offer is made at all illustrates the significant changes that have taken place over time, including the blurring of the lines between private and public life, the repackaging of personal tragedy as entertainment, and the turning of the wounds of a broken family into the most profitable commodity of all. Fans and critics alike are left wondering whether this is the time when the true, unvarnished truth about the Brown family will finally come to light, a truth that has been concealed behind layers of denial, deceit, and the relentless pursuit of an image that is quickly losing its luster. Janelle Brown, who has long been known for her quiet resilience amid the chaos of a polygamous family that once revolved around Cody Brown, has finally taken the bold step of building a home that is entirely her own, a dream home that, for years, seemed as far off as a mirage on the horizon of her turbulent life. Janelle endured the incessant demands of a system for decades, one that made her share not only a husband but also a life full of shared responsibilities, constant compromises, and an endless committee of voices that dictated every design choice, from the kitchen layout to the color of the walls. Now that Cody's domineering presence and the constant internal family politics that used to control every part of her life are gone, Janelle has taken advantage of the chance to create a space that truly represents who she is, one where every beam and brick was chosen by her, for her, and with her kids in mind. Janelle announced that she is establishing some permanent roots in a new place that promises privacy and a connection to nature, in a recent flurry of announcements and social media posts that have been lighting up platforms like Instagram and YouTube. This is a dramatic contrast to the ongoing drama of Flagstaff, Arizona, where she previously lived under the control of a broken family empire. Images of a raw, open plot of land with mature trees scattered throughout the wild, untamed landscape are making the rounds online. Janelle calls this area the perfect canvas on which to build her future. It's a place where she sees a sustainable home with a simple yet elegant casita that will be her haven, a reflection of the dream she has been nurturing for so long. As she revealed in a series of open posts, the idea is to start small, maybe with a 1,200 square foot building that doesn't seem extravagant by traditional standards but is full of meaning because every element, from the windows that frame views of the rolling hills to the rustic siding, has been carefully chosen and has personal meaning. After years of feeling dominated and subjugated by the demands of a polygamous marriage and the continual meddling of others in her private life, Janelle's decision to construct this home is more than just a physical move. It is a symbolic break with the past and a declaration that she is at last regaining her independence. With her son-in-law Caleb and daughter Maddie by her side as dependable partners in this new endeavor, the two of them have even started a company called Tata Farms to support the new way of life. Janelle is looking forward to a time when she is the only one who can shape her own future, free from the pressure to please everyone but herself. Her signature mix of optimism and pragmatism permeates every post and shared image of the fledgling construction site. She writes that every choice, no matter how big or small, is truly mine and that the land's wild, natural feel satisfies her longing to get back in touch with nature after spending years enmeshed in the manufactured drama of reality TV. I've spent so many years making room for others, always compromising my own desires so that the family could function, she reminisced in a long, introspective Instagram message. But now it's all about me, this land, this place. In sharp contrast to the well-kept, pricey homes that once represented the Brown family's public persona, the posts feature candid photos of blueprints laid out on a weathered wooden table, of vacant lots where future gardens will bloom, and of the first hesitant steps on freshly cleared land. It's where I'm going to build not just a house, but a home that honors my journey, my struggles, and my triumphs. While much of the previous drama on Sister Wives focused on shared assets, contentious property disputes, and the bitter aftermath of divorce, Janelle's new project marks a welcome change in direction. Rather than fighting over the remains of a once cohesive family empire, she is investing in her future in a place that promises to be a literal and symbolic haven from the past. Numerous others on social media have expressed their appreciation for her metamorphosis, with hashtags like #JanelleDreamHome and #BuildingMyOwnLife trending among supporters who see it as a source of empowerment and hope for anyone who has ever felt stuck in a circumstance where their voice was silenced. With its promise of sustainable living and a return to simplicity, Janelle's ideal home is more than simply a tangible building. It is the result of years of preparation, introspection, and the slow release of the things that once held her down. Every plank put and nail driven is a step closer to liberation from the complex network of commitments, critiques, and concessions that shaped her life for so long. Even though there have been many obstacles in the way of achieving this dream, financial losses, legal restrictions, and the emotional wounds from previous betrayals, Janelle's resolve is evident. She has talked about the freedom of making decisions that are entirely her own, the excitement of seeing her vision come to life amidst the unpredictable beauty of the countryside, and the quiet joy of knowing that, for the first time, she is in control in interviews and off-camera moments that have been documented in various online posts. In contrast to the high-stakes, high-drama world of Sister Wives, where every choice was a negotiation and every moment was public property, this new chapter is set against the backdrop of vast fields and the soft hum of nature. Janelle's current priorities are healing and authenticity, as well as establishing a safe haven where she can re-establish relationships gradually and on her own terms. The dream house is evidence of her tenacity and a refutation of the notion that a woman is only defined by the disputes and scandals of her past. Instead, it is a statement of independence, a vow to herself that the ugly disputes and unfulfilled promises of a family that previously asked a lot of her without providing anything in return will no longer define her. Janelle also explains her intentions for the interior design, which combines modern simplicity and rustic beauty with natural wood finishes, huge windows to let in light, and quiet corners for introspection, among construction updates and behind-the-scenes looks at development. She talks of her wish for a house that is both elegant and functional, where each room has a function and each nook and cranny narrates a tale of rejuvenation. It becomes evident that this house is more than just a structure, it is a blank canvas that she will use to paint the next chapter of her life as she meticulously selects the color scheme and talks about designs for a compact yet functional kitchen. The excitement is evident even though the journey is still in its early stages, with permits still pending, design drafts still in the early stages, and a few construction-related setbacks. Fans, friends, and even previous detractors have started to support her, applauding the fact that she is at last standing up for her own pleasure. One fan wrote in a recent post, "I'm so happy for her, finally, she's living her truth." This brave action is nothing short of revolutionary in a society where the public has long been used to seeing Janelle as a supporting character in a drama dominated by her ex-husband and his previous wives. It marks a change from a life guided by others to one in which she has a say, can establish her own goals, and, for once, doesn't have to compromise. The ideal house is ready to be a tangible symbol of that change, a building constructed on the promise of a fresh start rather than the ruins of an old existence. Janelle allows her fans to follow the development of her dream, a journey that is both inspirational and intensely personal, as she keeps giving updates on her progress, from the clearing of the site to the first indications of construction in a series of moving images and videos. Even though the old stories of sister wives are still circling in the background, the attention is now on Janelle's future, a future in which she defines the parameters of her own house, in which private moments of introspection take the place of the incessant din of public scrutiny, and in which every choice she makes, from where to put a window to what flooring to use, is a step toward taking back her identity. Ultimately, Janelle Brown's dream home story is a compelling tale of freedom, self-determination, and the bravery to create something lovely from the ruins of a terrible history rather than merely providing an update on a construction project. It serves as a reminder that, despite a society that has long attempted to define her by the scandals of a broken family, Janelle is strong enough to choose her own path and establish an environment free from the limitations of a heritage that no longer serves her. A woman is finally building not just a house, but a home, a haven where dreams are allowed to blossom, where every sunset is a promise of a new day, and where the beauty of nature is all that matters. This is depicted in every shared photo and every excited post as the structure's last beams rise against the open sky. Despite its difficulties, the path is filled with optimism, fortitude, and a strong conviction that one can, in fact, overcome the past and forge a future that is wholly one's own.